Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, September 9, 2022. A 12-day period of mourning is now in effect for the island following Thursday's passing of the country's head of state, Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom. The period of mourning began on Thursday and will end on September 19. During this period, all flags on public buildings should be flown at half-mast and no celebratory activities should take place. A day of mourning will be observed on September 18, and the public is advised that only authorized activities related to the day will be approved. All social events will be postponed on the day of mourning. A release from the Office of the Prime Minister says from September 12 to 19, condolence books will be opened at King's House and at the offices of the custodies in all parishes. Members of the public may sign the books between September 13 and 19, with September 12 reserved for dignitaries. In addition, on Saturday, September 10, all flags will be fully hoisted between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. to mark the proclamation of King Charles as the new monarch. The Jamaica Defense Force will deliver a 21-gun salute at 11 a.m. to mark King Charles's ascension to the throne. The OPM says further announcements will be made regarding the holding of the National Memorial Service and other official parish services. Queen Elizabeth II passed away on Thursday at age 96. Prime Minister Andrew Holness expressed condolences on behalf of the government and people of Jamaica.
I'm sure we'll all agree that the Queen was a portrait of dignity in how she conducted the affairs of state, and she remains an exemplar in leadership. May her soul rest in peace.
Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen has also expressed sadness at the passing of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. In his statement, the Governor-General remarked that even through her declining years and ill health, the late monarch battled valiantly to the end, adding that she had been a standard-bearer of poise and grace. Sir Patrick expressed admiration for Her Majesty's strong sense of duty and lifelong devotion to the service of others, which he says characterized her reign, even into modern times, and impacted the Commonwealth immensely. The Governor-General has extended sympathies to the royal family, the government and people of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth. Meanwhile, British High Commissioner to Jamaica, Judith Slater, has similarly expressed that the Queen's death is a great loss, but that her legacy will be long-lasting. In paying tribute, High Commissioner Slater says Her Majesty championed the development of the Commonwealth from a small group of 7 countries to a family of 56 nations, spanning every continent of the world. She adds that the Queen, who first visited Jamaica the year after ascending the throne and most recently in 2002, retained a deep affection for this beautiful island, its unique character, and the warmth of its people throughout her life. During her reign, she visited more than 100 countries and touched the lives of millions around the world. With her death, the crown passes to His Majesty King Charles III. In other news, persons facing gun charges will not be able to benefit from plea bargain arrangements unless they provide solid information to the Crown that will lead to the seizure of firearms or arrest of others involved in criminal activities using illegal guns. The provision is being made in the new Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act 2022. Clause 117 of the Act speaks to the amendment of other pieces of legislation to prohibit judges from reducing sentences for persons who have pleaded guilty, namely the Criminal Justice Plea Negotiations and Agreements Act and the Criminal Justice Administration Act. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang opened the debate on the new Firearms Act in Parliament on Tuesday.
This will encourage offenders to provide critical information to support the state in tackling the proliferation of illicit firearms and other transnational organized criminal activities.
Allowance has also been made for the sentencing judge to issue a certificate to the offender to seek leave to appeal the sentence in the Court of Appeal. This is in a case where the judge believes the imposed sentence is manifestly excessive and unjust. Minister Chang says the proposed amendments seek to reduce acts of criminal violence in the country.
We are confident that this piece of legislation presents a strong deterrent to persons who are involved in trafficking, diversion, manufacture, stockpiling, and movement of firearms, their parts, components, and ammunition.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness is calling on training institutions to align their program offerings to match the needs of growing and emerging industries. The Prime Minister reasons that for there to be a continued decline in the unemployment rate, which currently stands at 6%, Jamaicans must be trained in areas where they are employable. Mr. Holness made the plea on Wednesday as he opened the St. John Bosco Vocational Training Centre in Manchester. The centre will be providing training and apprenticeship in several areas. These include culinary arts, agriculture, information technology, customer service and contact center, as well as office applications.
All of these are very important skills that serve, for example, the quick service industry, our hotel and hospitality industry, our BPO services. These are critical skills, and they are skills that are required in these expanding service areas. So today, it's a great day for the St. John Bosco Center, but it's also a great day for Jamaica.
565 gardens are being developed across primary and secondary schools to integrate and empower youth in farming. This is being carried out through the Jamaica 4-H Club's Garden in School initiative. Speaking at the JIS think tank on Wednesday, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries Pernell Charles Jr. said 280 of them had been upgraded to climate and technology-smart gardens.
The gardens serve as a teaching and learning module to support the whole introduction of farming and the introduction of the biological sciences. We have some numbers that show that approximately 170 acres of land across those gardens is under vegetable and tuber production.
According to the minister, the initiative has an immediate impact on over 98,000 students. And finally, the Forestry Department has launched a national school tree planting competition that will award top honors to students who plant the most trees. The competition, which was launched on Wednesday, is open to students from the early childhood to tertiary levels. It is intended to bolster the island's national tree planting initiative, which aims to propagate 3 million trees in 3 years. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, says the competition will tap into the young people's competitive nature to engage them in environmental action.
This is an excellent initiative that acknowledges and recognizes the important role our schools have in making sure that our children are not just highly educated, but highly conscious of the role that they have within our society, within our country, and certainly within our world.
The National School Tree Planting Competition will see winning schools or students earning cash prizes of between $50,000 and $300,000. Trees planted and maintained under the competition must be submitted to the Forestry Department's 876 Trees mobile app or logged by email to fdinfo@forestry.gov.jm. Submissions must be made by February 28, 2023, with the official award ceremony to be held on March 21, 2023, the International Day of Forests. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.